First title is about retirement body fund overall. New portal, software, AI backed translation, EPFO 3.0 coming soon. The subtitle is expanding to cover unorganized sector workers after labor laws. Article has been given by Archel Magazine, New Delhi, Jan 20. After announcing liberalized withdrawal norms and a proposal to introduce a UPI linked facility, the Employees Provident Fund Organization is set to kick off its next phase of reforms that include a new portal, new software at the back end to take into account all possible expansion over the next decade, and the use of AI powered language translation tools to give information to members in vernacular languages, a senior government official told the Indian Express. Branded EPFO 3.0, the revamp includes an overhaul of the fund's technology architecture as it moves towards a core banking solution. Disclaimer which I give in my every video, all the articles mentioned on the front page are just 25% of them. The rest 75% is given on the second page, and I read only the part which looks fascinating for me to read. I'm cultivating a habit of reading, so I do not bother of knowing just half of the information, even though it's dangerous. I know it's dangerous, I believe, when we are using it or implementing that information somewhere. But neither I'm gonna use or implement that information anywhere. The reason why I'm not bothered about it. The next title is PM calls Nabin his boss, tells BJP to stay away from Congress ills. Article has been given by Vikas Pathak and Liz Matthew, New Delhi, Jan 20. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday threw his weight behind BJP's new national president Nitin Nabin, saying the 45-year-old will be his boss in the party and targeted the Congress, cautioning that only those who save themselves from the ills of the opposition party would progress. Nabin took over as the BJP's 12th president, the youngest ever, succeeding JP Nadda, the current Union Health Minister. With him at the helm, the party begins a new chapter as it tries to bring about a generational shift in its leadership. People must be thinking that Modi is the Prime Minister, has become PM for the third term, and has been in power for 25 years. Okay, this was in inverted commas. There must be again much more about the speech, but given on the second page. I shall try to not conclude the article on an incomplete note. Apologies for this time. Now, the next title is about Interdepartmental Committee. The title is Kill Switch Insurance as Tools to Fight Digital Arrest. High level panel weighs options to deal with growing menace in country. Given by Soumyarendra Barik and George Matthew. New Delhi, Mumbai, Jan 20. A high level committee constituted by the Ministry of Home Affairs to look into the menace of digital arrest is considering the idea of a kill switch that will allow users at the receiving end of a potential digital scam to immediately stop all financial transactions from their accounts. The Indian Express has learned. An insurance mechanism to cover fraud related losses in the banking system may also be on the unveil as rising digital age frauds force commercial banks to rethink their risk mitigation frameworks to better protect customers and the wider financial system, according to officials involved in the proposal. The proposal for a kill switch, which is being examined by an interdepartmental committee formed in late December, envis- envisages, among other possibilities, an emergency button integrated into payment applications of lenders that can instantly freeze all banking operations when a user suspects he or she is being targeted by a fraudster. The idea is, can a user's payments application like the UPI app or bank app have a kill switch, and the moment the user presses the button, no bank transaction will be possible a senior government official said, requesting anonymity. The committee is also looking if it's possible to identify transactions that may be fraudulent, and if there is a way to ensure that if such a transaction takes place, it cannot immediately be split into multiple mule accounts, the official said. The next title is in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, governors object to the speeches, walkout of house, given by Shaju Philip and Arun Janardhanan, Thiruvananthapuram, Chennai, January 20. If you're able to hear the background noise, I apologize. Okay, the article begins as legislative assembly sessions in Kerala and Tamil Nadu got off to a dramatic start on Tuesday, with the governors of both states taking exception to some of the content of their inaugural addresses prepared by the state governments. In the Kerala Assembly in Thiruvananthapuram, Governor Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar omitted parts of the speech and Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan read out the skipped portions after the governor left the house. In Chennai, Governor R.N. Ravi walked out of the assembly for the fourth year in a row, and this time he did so without delivering any part of the inaugural. Again, the rest is given on the second page. Now, the next title is 2 billion strong market, mother of all deals. EU Chief on India EU Pact. Given by Ravidatta Mishra, New Delhi, January 20. The President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, said Tuesday that the European Union is on the cusp of signing a trade deal with India, giving the 27 member bloc the first mover advantage. This comes as India's long pending trade deal with the US remains uncertain and in the backdrop of renewed US threats of high tariffs on the EU over Greenland and a 50% duty on Indian goods since August last year. Right after Davos next weekend, I'll travel to India. There's still work to do, but we are on the cusp of a historic trade agreement. Indeed, some call it the mother of all deals. This probably would also has been said. I believe this has been said by EU chief. Even it's not that difficult to analyze or tally this information by just moving to second page, but still I shall continue with the first page. I mean the front page. Now the next title is okay. I didn't notice this. Half of the front page is filled with ad and it was just half of the page. Okay. Now we are moving to the state section, that is Maharashtra. The first title is about ice hockey trails held on rough tiles. The title is Bombay High Court stays Khelo India Winter Games 2026 selection. Given by Express News Service, Mumbai, January 20. Expressing shock over Maharashtra's Directorate of Sports and Youth Affairs conducting ice hockey trials for Khelo India Winter Games 2026 on rough tiles instead of an ice rink. The Bombay High Court last week stayed the team's selection till further orders. The court also criticized the sports authority for selecting all 19 participants while excluding 20 national level players who had earlier participated in Khelo India Winter Games. Khelo India Winter Games, organized by the Sports Authority of India, began at Leh in Ladakh on Tuesday. The most shocking factor in the selection process conducted by Respondent Director of Sports and Youth Affairs, Maharashtra, through its Commissioner Sheetal Teli Ugle, IAS, is that the ice hockey rink facility for playing ice hockey, available with the Phoenix Millennium Mall at Wakad in Pune district, was ignored by the respondent, and very shockingly, the selection was conducted on rough tiles which are commonly known in Maharashtra as Shabdi stone. Shabadi stone. If I'm mispronouncing, please mention the exact pronunciation in the comment section. I'm not familiar with many of the words, also including the language. I'm trying to improve, but I'm not very familiar, or neither familiar nor a native English speaker. So please bear with the mistakes. Which is known for its roughness. A bench of Justices Ravindra V. Ghuge and Abhay J. Mantri said in its January 17 order. The bench was hearing a plea filed by five ice hockey players from Sangli and Pune challenging the selection. The court said the directorate published a notice on Jan 12 announcing the trials to be conducted on such a rough floor by using skates, ignoring the direction of an ad hoc committee of the Ice Hockey Association of Maharashtra. The trials were held at the SMT skating sports facility at Nigdi in Pune on Jan 13. 19 persons suddenly became applicants, and all of them who were tested in such circumstances on a single day on Jan 13, 2026 were selected. The team comprises 6 players, and 19 were inducted in the contingent, the order stated. The court further noted that the ad hoc committee protested through an email on January 12, urging the use of the Phoenix Millennium Mall facility to select players. This is how a team of 19 persons for a team actually comprising 6 players who actually play a match with a competing team was selected. There is no dispute that these 19 persons were selected via a selection conducted on a rough flooring with undulations. We are informed that out of these 19 selected persons, only one has played in a competition. Rest 18 are those who have not played in any tournament, the order added. On Jan 15, the Ice Hockey Association of India emailed the directorate emphasizing on its moral and professional responsibility to ensure that deserving and meritorious players represent Maharashtra. It also highlighted that 20 athletes with proven national level experience were unjustly excluded. In light of the above, it's visible that those 20 players whose names are mentioned in the email were national players who have been participating in winter games at the national level, and two of them represented the Indian contingent of under 20 boys at the international level. All of them have been left out, the court noted. The next title is Key Accused in Govind Pansare Murder Case Dies, given by Express News Service, Pune, Jan 20. Sanatan Sanstha member Samir Gaikwad, a key accused in the 2015 murder of veteran activist and Communist Party of India leader Govind Pansare, died of suspected cardiac arrest in Maharashtra's Sangli district on Tuesday morning. The police said Gaikwad, 43 years old, had been out on bail in the case since 2017. Pansare, 81 years old, was shot at by two unidentified assailants not far from his home in Sagarmal, Kolhapur, on the morning of February 16, 2015, while he was returning home from his morning walk with his wife, Uma. Pansari received 3 bullet injuries and Uma received an external wound with 2 bullets on the head, which, which caused a skull fracture. While Pansare was moved to Breach Candy Hospital in Mumbai, he passed away on February 20, 2015. Uma was discharged a few weeks later. Gaikwad died of a suspected cardiac arrest on Tuesday morning. He had been out on bail since 2017 and had filed a discharge application before the court, which was pending, a senior police officer said. The case was initially probed by the Rajarampuri police station in Kolhapur and was later transferred to a special investigation team under the purview of the Additional Director General of the Maharashtra CID. During the course of the investigation, the names of 12 accused were revealed and the SIT arrested 10 of them. Apart from Gaikwad, the other accused who were arrested included Virendra Singh Tavade, Amol Kale, Vasudev Suryavanshi, Bharat Kurne, Amit Degvekar, Sharat Kalaskar, Sachin Andure, Amit Baddi, and Ganesh Miskin. Two accused, Vinay Pawar and Sarang Akolkar, alias Kulkarni, have remained absconding. All the accused are allegedly linked to Sanatan Sanstha. In December 2015, the first charge sheet was filed in this case. Subsequently, four supplementary charge sheets were filed against nine other accused. In Jan 2023, a Kolhapur court framed charges against 10 accused, marking the beginning of the trial. All 10 accused pleaded not guilty in the case. The next title is As Sena Corporators Check Out the Legal Reason Why Shinde Rushed Them to a Hotel. Given by Vallabh Ozarkar, Mumbai, Jan 20. In the hours after the Brihanmumbai Municipal Corporation election results were declared, Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde moved the Shiv Sena's 29 newly elected corporators to a hotel in Bandra. A political maneuver, a political maneuver aimed at preventing defections and consolidating numbers ahead of the Mumbai civic body's mayoral election. After 4 days of drama, these corporators checked out of hotel on Tuesday, Jan 20. While the party described the move to the hotel as an organizational exercise, we explain why the Sena acted swiftly in herding these corporators together. Why the Sena acted quickly. Publicly, the Shiv Sena said the corporators were saying together to attend an orientation session on how the BMC functions and how to receive guidance from senior leaders, including Shinde. Sources, however, said the leadership was alerted soon after the results that some newly elected corporators had been contacted for political discussions by rival camps. This comes at a time when power sharing talks within the BJP Shiv Sena alliance are still inconclusive, particularly over the mayor's post and the powerful standing committee, even though both sides downplayed tensions publicly. With the Sena occupying a kingmaker position, the party leadership is looking to leverage its advantage not just in Mumbai but also in broader power sharing arrangements. The hotel stay was seen as a pressure tactic. The uncertainty was further prolonged as Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis is in Davos and political negotiations within the alliance are deferred. Why weekend mattered? The 2 days immediately following the declaration of results, Saturday and Sunday, were holidays during which municipal party groups cannot be formally registered with the authorities. Sources said this was a key reason why the Sena leadership decided to keep all cooperators together over the weekend rather than allow them to disperse before the registration process could begin. During this period, the party also completed internal formalities. Forms required for the registration of the municipal party group, including signatures of all elected cooperators, were filed, were filled and collected. According to sources, this internal process was completed by Sunday night. What's the legal timeline after results? Under Section 10 of the Mumbai Municipal Corporation Act, the State Election Commission must publish the names of all elected candidates in the official gazette. Only after this notification are candidates formally recognized as councillors. Once recognized, councillors belonging to political parties are required to form and register municipal party groups within the corporation. This step is critical because Section 50S2 of the Act mandates that the relative strength of recognized parties, registered parties of groups, and nominated members must be taken into account while nominating councillors to civic committees, including the Standing Committee. These committees are formed after consultation with the leader of the House, the leader of the opposition, and leaders of registered party groups. This consultative process cannot formally begin until the Gazette notification is issued and party groups are registered. Anti defection law. Constitutional expert Anant Kalse said that while the anti defection law is generally understood to apply once candidates are declared elected, its effective operation depends on formal recognition and group registration. The law applies after the election, but the process of recognition and group registration gives it practical shape, Kalse said. Now, the next title is Candidates from the Same Party Win Most of MMRs, Multi Member Ward Panels. Given by Mohammad Thaver, Mumbai, Jan 20. Nearly 2 out of every 3 multi member panels elected in wards across 8 municipal corporations in Mumbai metropolitan region comprised candidates from the same political party, limiting wider political representation within individual wards, data from the recent municipal polls show. Of the 208 multi member wards across the 8 municipal corporations, 132 wards or 63.46% saw all elected members belonging to the same political party. In contrast, panels with members from different political parties that could have ensured broader representation were rare. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation was the only civic body in the MMR region that did not follow the panel system, electing one corporator per ward. Under the multi-member ward system, a single ward elects 3 or 4 corporators instead of one. A municipal corporation is made up of several such wards. The State Election Commission introduced the system to align representation with population size in large urban centers. Each voter in a ward is, re- is required to cast multiple votes corresponding to each seat in the panel. Election authorities say the format is intended to provide broader representation in densely populated areas, reduce the number of wards while retaining proportional representation, and encourage cooperation among cooperators from different parties for coordinated ward development. However, this intended diversity was observed in only one ward, Ward number 22, in the Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation, where all 4 elected members belong to different political parties: BJP, Shiv Sena UBT, and MNS. In total, 820 corporators were elected from 208 panels across the 8 municipal corporations that followed the panel system. Experts attribute the dominance of same party panels to multiple factors ranging from the system favoring larger and ruling parties to voter behavior shaped by past experience and familiarity with party symbols. According to data on winning candidates in the Thane Municipal Corporation, 21 of the 33 wards elected panels from the same party. In Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation, 19 of 28 wards followed the same pattern. Mira Bhayandar Municipal Corporation, 18 of 24 wards elect same party panels, while in Vasai Virar Municipal Corporation, 25 of 29 wards voted similarly. In Kalyan Dombivli Municipal Corporation, 12 of 31 panels comprised members from the same political party. In Bhivandi Nizampur Municipal Corporation, 19 of 23 panels did so, while Panvel and Ullasnagar recorded 8 of 20 and 10 of 20 panels, respectively, with members from a single party. Overall, across the 8 municipal corporations, 132 of the 208 panels of 63.46% elected candidates were from the same party. Political analyst Surendra Zonle said voter familiarity plays a major role. In most cases, voters end up polling for all candidates of a major party, especially the ruling party, as in several cases, they hardly know candidates of other smaller parties and independents from their Prabhag ward, he said. Vivek Ghotale of the Unique Foundation, who has conducted a study on the multi vote system, said smaller parties and independents are disadvantaged. Based on my research, smaller parties and independent candidates suffer in such a system since the Prabhag is much larger, four times the capacity of one cooperation ward, and these people cannot reach out to all the voters in the Prabhags, nor do they have the resources to do so. He said. Hence, if you see national parties, the ruling parties stand to benefit as they have larger resources and also their symbols are known to people. Ghotale added, Dr. Sanjay Patil, academician Dr. Sanjay Patil, academician and researcher in urban politics, said voter experience also influences outcomes. For example, Thane Municipal Corporation had a panel system in 2017 as well, and it's possible that people felt wards that had the same party panel were more effective, he said. Also, when there are four candidates, people at times don't know all of them. For those who believe that there are no mistakes in newspapers have the best authentication of language, etc. etc. Now, here I found a spelling mistake which clearly says that even articles are written by humans, so they do have spelling mistakes, but neither that questions integrity of journalist or the news agency. They may like one candidate and vote for the others on his party panel. What this does is that even if there is one strong candidate, thanks to him, other weaker candidates may also get votes, he added. Another expert who is a government employee and is pursuing a PhD on the subject said the system dilutes individual voter impact. Since larger areas are involved in Prabhaks, it becomes difficult for a candidate community from a minority community or a particular caste to be voted in. Since one member wards are smaller, the chances of a particular community's presence in the area could mean they can impact who is selected. This advantage is neutralized across a larger area where the dominant population ensures their candidates are selected, the expert said. Zonle added political parties in the past and present created multi member wards in such a way that these become more useful and complementary for the ruling party. As against single ward cooperator, multi member panel is more conducive for them. Now, the next title is Accident Victim Gets New Hands After Transplant in Mumbai Hospital. Mumbai, an 18-year-old boy whose life was upended by a farming accident that cost him his hands, has got a shot at normal life through a bilateral hand transplant at a private hospital in Mumbai. Priyank Aghera, the son of a farmer from Gujarat's Rajkot district, lost hands in January 2024 while helping his father harvest cotton. The family of a 50-year-old woman from Surat consented to cadaveric organ donation following her death, and her hands were transplanted to the teen in a complex 13-hour procedure. Dr. Nilesh Sadbhai, Director of Plastic, Reconstructive Microsurgery and Hand Transplantation at Nanavati Max Super Specialty Hospital, and his team performed the bilateral hand transplant. The transplant highlights how timely cadaveric donation can make such complex procedures possible, he said. The source of the article is Press Trust of India. Now, the next title is over 118 tons of smuggled diesel seized cost two held. Mumbai. Mumbai Customs has intercepted a cargo barge mid-sea and seized over 180 tons of smuggled diesel hidden in water tanks, officials said on Tuesday. The vessel's master and the son of its owner have been arrested, an official said. Based on intelligence, customs sleuths conducted a raid on the cargo vessel MV Tina 4 Mitsi on Sunday, he said. The barge was found carrying high speed diesel smuggled from foreign vessels, intended to be supplied to local coastal boats and factories to evade customs duty, the official said. The arrests were made after specific intelligence. There is a possibility of some more arrests and the exposure of a larger nexus involved in the long running smuggling racket, the official said. The source of the article is again Press Trust of India. The next title is BJP may send Nabin to RS from Jharkhand, given by Jatin Anand, New Delhi, Jan 20. New BJP National President Nitin Nabin could be one of the party's new faces in the Rajya Sabha, where several vacancies will crop up through this year, party insiders have said. While sources indicated that the 45-year-old for the time being would most likely remain out of the Union cabinet, which is due for a reshuffle, he could be moved to parliament in line with his new stature. He has already been allotted an official residence in Lutyens, Delhi. Given the party's constitutional requirement of one person, one post, which was adhered to by JP Nadda ji for the majority of his tenure, Nitin ji will likely be brought into the Rajya Sabha, which will see many vacancies this year, said a BJP leader. While three while there is no vacancy arising on a Rajya Sabha seat from his home state of Bihar, there is actually one in neighboring Jharkhand, where he was born in Ranchi. Current BJP MP Deepak Prakash is due to retire in late June. In any case, he can be sent to the upper house from any state that the party's national leadership deems fit. Deems fit, the leader said. After taking over as BJP president, the first big meeting between Nabin, a five-time Bihar MLA, and the party's national leaders is likely to be a gathering of national office bearers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other members of the BJP parliamentary board are expected to be present at this meeting on Wednesday. Nitinji is likely to helm a meeting of the national office bearers on Jan 21. After this, he'll also likely chair a meeting of the BJP's parliamentary party on the eve of the upcoming budget session, as is customary on Jan 27, said a party leader. As many as 71 Rajya Sabha MPs, including 30 from the BJP, are due to retire this year. Among the BJP MPs, 8 are from Uttar Pradesh and 3 from Gujarat. Two significant vacancies in the upper house, BJP insiders said, would be those of Union Home Minister. Apologies. Two significant vacancies in the upper house, BJP insiders said, would be those of Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri and BJP National Secretary Arun Singh, who represent UP. Now the next title is Forces Burst J&K Terror Hideout, Find Maggie Spices Dry Fruits to Detain. Given by Arun Sharma, Jammu, Jan 20. The Jammu and Kashmir police on Tuesday detained two persons for questioning as the operation to track down the absconding terrorists in Kishtwar's district's Chatru area entered the third day. Sources said the two were listed as OGWs or overground workers in police records. This follows the busting of a meticulously built underground hideout on Monday, big enough to accommodate four terrorists at a time and having rations and other essentials, including a gas cylinder, stove, and utensils, to last months. According to highly placed sources, security forces and the police believe such an underground and when well fortified hideout with stone lined walls and multiple entry and exit points at a height of nearly 12,000 feet cannot be built without local support. This apprehension is bolstered by the fact that terrorists would have needed help procuring and transporting and other essentials to that height, sources said. Apart from ETA, basmati rice and pulses, security forces also seized a dozen types of spices, packets of Maggi, biscuits, and dry fruits. The terrorists had also stored enough dry wood to keep them warm during winter, sources said. The hideout was built at a vantage point so that terrorists could keep a watch. Meanwhile, senior police and security personnel, including IGP Jammu Zone Bhimsen Tutti and IG of CRPF Jammu R. Gopala Krishna Rao, visited the encounter site to supervise the operation. 8 soldiers were injured after they came under a grenade attack and gunfire on Sunday. One of them, Havildar Gajendra Singh of the Special Forces, succumbed to injuries later. As part of the Operation Trashi to flush out terrorists, security forces and the police have launched searches in multiple directions. They believe two groups of Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists, one led by Saifullah and the other by Adil, both Pakistani nationals, have been active in the Chatru area for the last 2 years. In total, around 35 Pakistani terrorists are believed to be hiding in the forests of Doda and Kishtwar districts. The next title is Five of family found dead with bullet wounds in UP's Saranpur. Given by Manish Sahu, Lucknow, Jan 20. Around 3 am on Tuesday, 40-year-old Ashok Rathi sent a voice note to a relative. He sounded distressed. मेरे से बहुत बड़ी गलती हो गई. मैं क्या करूं? I have made a big mistake. What do I do? He was purportedly heard saying, said police. Hours later, around 7 am, Ashok and four of his relatives, including his wife and two young children, were found dead with bullet injuries at their house in Sarsawa town in UP's Saranpur, said police. According to officers, the incident came to light when a relative living nearby knocked on their door multiple times. No one responded. The relative then tried to enter the house by climbing the building but was unable to gain access. He informed police, who broke open the door and found five bodies lying in a pool of blood in a single room. Police said Ashok was an eminent land surveyor in the district administration department. The other victims were his wife, Anjita, 35 years old, their two sons, Karthik, 16 years old, and Dev, 14 years old, and mother, Vidyavati, 70 years old. Police said preliminary probe revealed Ashok was reportedly undergoing treatment for depression and suspect he may have allegedly shot his family members before turning the gun on himself. Police recovered three country made pistols. Now, the last title of the day is Supreme Court Punjab Kesari printing press will continue to function. Given by Express News Service, New Delhi, Jan 20. The Supreme Court Tuesday granted interim protection to the Punjab Kesari with the newspaper alleging it was being targeted for carrying an article which was against the ruling dispensation. A bench of Chief Justice of India, Suryakant, and Justices Joymalia Bagchi and Vipul M. Pancholi directed that the Punjab Kesari printing press shall continue to function uninterruptedly. The bench also ordered status quo in respect of the other commercial establishments owned by the newspaper group. The bench clarified that the interim arrangement will remain in force until Punjab and Haryana High Court, which heard the matter on Monday and reserved its verdict, pronounces its judgment, and for 1 week thereafter to allow affected parties to move appropriate forum. Operating for the Punjab Kesari Group, senior advocate Mukul Rohatgi said the electricity to the press was disconnected on the grounds of a water pollution issue. We also have a hotel which will be closed immediately. FIRs are registered against us. Owners of Punjab Kesari all in a matter of 2 days because we have published an article which is not favorable to the dispensation in Punjab. He submitted. Rodgi said the group filed a writ petition before the High Court because they directed immediate closure of the press running for 20 years, a hotel, etc. Rohitgi said if the press is closed, there will be disruption. Here we have finished all the articles which I truly wanted to read, and definitely the first few of the front page were incomplete and also incompletely read. I apologize for them. If you are really keen about those articles, you can truly buy the Indian Express Jan 21st, 2026, and you can check out the remaining information on the second page of the newspaper. Well, I was satisfied with the front page, with the front page of the state news section, and also with front page of the nation section. 3 pages I read today, and they were quite enough for me. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.